Welcome. We're going to be going over the tool and the features through the tutorial. So when you first open the tool, you might have some leftover stuff because it will save in between sessions. But for the sake of that, we're going to go ahead and clear everything. So clear all players, clear all enemies, clear the initiative, clear the images. Okay. So basically, you'll start with a blank tool. The image is just left over. That'll clear up if you reload the page. So we're going to start by the battle axe. You can create players. So we'll say P1. You can select any class. You can do a custom class, multi-class, um, all that good stuff. So for the sake of this, here you can set their health. You can set the AC. Click Add Player. Do the same. Now you can add up to 12 players in the tool and 20 enemies. Okay, so we got a few players. Now let's add a few enemies. Okay, if you do make any mistakes, you can either click directly on the person who made the mistakes, or you can go into the sword, highlight who you want, click the X, it'll clean that up. But back in the battle axe, so now we're on to initiative. So with initiative, you can do it in any order, but basically you're just going to do the player name, comma, and then what they rolled. For these first three players, I'm going to give the same number, but I'll explain that after. And you can do this in any order you want. The tool will go through and organize that for you. Okay, so now in this we see the three people did roll the same, so add a tracker. So I'll have you resolve that. So then you can basically look at their stats and then pick the order that you want. So we'll say player 3 has the highest dex, followed by player 2, by player 1. Click apply, then you'll see it orders it correctly over here. So now the last piece is you can upload images. You could do cycle through images where you just upload a couple and then they'll cycle through each term, or you can map it to each characters, which I like to do. So go in here. We're just gonna map them to simple numbers just so you can see how that works. Okay, so now that they are all mapped, you can see here. So the thing with this tool is this is the DM screen, so the DM can see the players, he can see the enemies. If you click this mirror mode, this gives you a screen that you can display on another monitor if you want to display to the players. And basically, it'll copy everything that the DM thing does, but it basically just shows player stuff so that they can't see the enemies and all that stuff. But you can see here the images that you've mapped will also show up here, so you can have each character's picture, and it'll track through the turns. So next thing, so now that you've created the players, the enemies, and all that stuff, now you're ready to start using the tool. So there is the sword icon again that brings it up, or you can just directly click a player, and then you can do things here. You can damage and heal them, so you can see we're damaging the player. When they go down, you'll see the death throws, so you can click here, and that'll stabilize them, heal him up a bit. You could set what HP you need. You could override his max shape HP. You can reset his AC. You can do status and effects, which we'll go over in more detail in a second. Uh, Once you've created a player, you can save him here if you don't want to have to create them the next time and just load them from this. So you just select the player, load, and you see it loads the class and all that stuff. And then, like I said, if you need to clean it up, you can come down here. You see, here's the second player too. Click it, cleans it up. You can also save battles, so you can do save current battle. We'll call this battle 2. See, that saves. So now, just for example, we can clear all this. Go here, load battle 2, click load, and you get everything back. Images, everything's still mapped. Same with the initiative. This right here is just in case the browser fails. You can choose a backup from a file, so it's just a secondary way to back up. So the next piece is we see it's players four's turn. So let's say player 4, we'll go over the status effects. So let's say player 4 is going to poison. We'll just say player 2 for now. So we select player 2, we say he's poisoned. We'll say until the end of player 4's next turn. So you click add, you'll see he's poisoned. It says when. So now if you go down here and we progress through the turns, you'll see now it's the start of player 4's turn. So now once his turn is over and we go to the next one, the poison gets removed. So the effects are very smart in that way. We also have, see, it's, we'll go to, so it's player 3's turn. Let's say player 3 is going to do something to player 2. Let's just say stunned. Let's say it's going to be a permanent thing because it's concentration. So you click concentration, you select who casted it, which is player 3 in this case. You click to add, so you see stunned, it's in green, which is signal for concentration. But then we also have a thing where it's smart enough that if now player 3 takes damage, it'll actually tell you to do the concentration check and it will give you the DC. And then you can just click this off if he fails the DC, or you can leave it on. And that is pretty much all the features we have. And then any instructions, you can click up here. There's hotkeys, image uploads. And again, you have that mirror mode, which will reflect everything that's happening on here on the player side. And that is pretty much it. Any other questions, you can look up the support email. Feel free to message me. Thanks.